We just like to say a few words on behalf of my dad, Gary Devlin Christ, the first.
I know it.
I've heard good things. Hope this isn't too long. I hope not to bore you. I've never.
It looks too long.
Yeah. When in the course of human events, I've never lived in the Pottsgrove School District.
Everybody come so they can hear if you want. Where do we go?
I've never lived in the Pottsgrove School District, so I've never had Mr. Christ as a classroom teacher. I know him better from his side gig as dad. He's never assigned me a written exam, and I'm guessing he's never had to change any students' diapers. But I imagine there's still some overlap between him being an uppercase T teacher to his students and a lowercase t teacher to me and Hannah. He filled our lives with VHS tapes of David Attenborough and Bill Nye. He encouraged us to learn for learning's sake. He despised dog training students or teaching the test. He knows it's more important to understand than to simply know. To him, science is not a subject but a discipline, a way to examine life. The unexamined life is not worth living. He's the first musician I ever knew. He played guitar for us when we were little, and when I learned to play, we'd jam forever. He filled our ears with Bob Dylan, the Beatles, the band, Neil Young, John Prine, Lucinda Williams, and this other singer-songwriter guy named Gary Christ. He taught us not to just listen to the songs, but to what the musicians were doing, how they were playing it, and how the songs were written, how the words were written. He's always been funny. He turned us on to Steve Martin, Monty Python, SCTV, and more. He took me to see George Carlin at age 11. He figured since I was about to hit puberty anyway, I might as well learn from the master. I might as well learn profanity from a pro. He studied not just science and biology, but some journalism and poetry in college, which helps you convey abstract thoughts and say more with less. He's always been blunt but thoughtful, honest and direct with communicating what he feels and believes. Years later in college, I discovered a Mr. Christ fan club on Facebook. There was a thread where his students posted memorable things he'd say in class. When he was about to stun an amoeba with cold water in order so we could study it, he said, "If you ever want to get information out of an amoeba, just do this." When he started to explain how paramecians exchange genetic information with each other, he'd say, "Well, you turn the lights down low, put on some Marvin Gaye, and it made me really happy because Mr. Christ really was the same as my dad, and he's the man we're celebrating now, and new seas to explore."
Cheers.
Cheers. We have a couple more messages. Do you want to do first, or should I do?
Go ahead.
There's a message coming. Coming in direct from Australia from Hannah Christ. My favorite memory of my dad is him very seriously sitting me down in the living room. He said, "Okay, I'm going to play you the song Hurricane by Bob Dylan. Just close your eyes and really listen to the lyrics and the story. It's a wonderful song, and we can talk about what it's about after you hear it." I was 8 at the time. From a very young age, my dad immersed us in the feeling that the world was full of beautiful and exciting things to see, learn, and ask questions about. I'm so grateful and proud, and most importantly, I really hope everyone is drinking right now.
I'll try to keep it brief. It's actually really hard to, and I know Gary's not used to people talking publicly about him, but you know what? After 35 years, he deserves it. So we all know Gary's retiring after 35 tireless years as an educator, leader, and friend at Pottsgrove High School. I can only imagine that he may be experiencing bittersweet feelings at this time of transition. But if I know Gary, this retirement thing is not an ending in any way. It is a new beginning, full of the unknown, which may sometimes be scary, but it's always full of possibility, hope, and adventure. I love how Gary will never lose his curiosity for learning and his passion for passing on knowledge and truth to all he knows. He will never lose his giving spirit, that same spirit which he shared with thousands of students. And I counted, it has to be thousands after 35 years of teaching multiple classes every year. Maybe we should calculate, because I think he's touched so many lives, and it's amazing. And I lost my spot now, but thousands of students and many colleagues. Let me see.
His family and friends.
His family and friends will surely continue to enjoy his incredible sense of humor and wonder. I have learned so much from Gary in the past almost 12 years of knowing him. First as Elliot's dad, my father-in-law and friend, and now as Lydia's treasured Baba. This time may be full of uncertainty, but it's also full of possibility to explore and experience new people, places, and things. We'll be excited to find where life leads, always rooted in his love of science, which has led to more meaning than beyond his very full career. Gary, I wish you nothing but love and lifelong learning as you practice what you teach. Follow your bliss. Cheers. Cheers. And the last toast is from Lydia. When we were driving here from Brooklyn last night, I asked Lydia to tell me about her Baba, her grandfather. I tried to explain what retirement was and about how he had a nice long career and he's helped and taught so many people. I'm not sure she fully grasped that, but here's what she did have to say. Baba is nice. He's great. He is my grandpa. We're buddies. He does Jack and Jill. He makes Minnie Mouse laugh. I don't know how Minnie Mouse is laughing, but pretty cool. Baba is silly. He is a boy. When is he going to turn into a girl? Baba is good at sounding like elephants and birdies. I think she said doing elephants and birdies, but that sounded a little weird. He's happy when everybody plays and sings music. Then everyone else is happy. She said, congratulations, Baba, and I love you, Baba. Thank you, Lydia. That's it, guys. Everybody raise your glass.
Wait, hold on one second. So if Lydia likes when Baba plays and sings, Baba, do us a favor. Play something. Just play a little something for us. Play a little something.
Whoa.
Just play a little something.
Qu'est-ce que
It's just
c'est?
it's my summer bag. Guitar? Oh, did I bring the wrong guitar? Damn it. Did I bring the wrong one? The teachers wanted to say congratulations and send you off.
This is amazing.
No more backpacker. You needed a real one.
I was too embarrassing in that backpack. Well, I'll have to come to a coffee house.
Yeah.
This is beautiful. Lydia.
Oh, sounds great.
Yeah.
Sounds good, Lydia. Life on Mars?
Thank you all. And this is so many great memories of school and friends, and I'm glad you're all here to share.